We're gonna talk a little bit about influencer marketing. My name is Alex, and I work in a startup company called Inahash. The topic of my presentation is how synthesis sells today. What does it mean? I don't know, but I try to explain somehow. So I don't know if you're familiar with this handsome German gentleman on the right side of the screen. This is Hegel, and once he said something very cool, so I'm quoting right now: when there is a trend, there is always opposite one, and what works the best is in the middle. Basically, it's thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. So the synthesis is the best. That was the idea. What does it mean? From my perspective, it means that if we need to get the cash, we need to go to the bank to get this cash. So this is the thesis. Antithesis is we don't have to go to the bank to get the cash. And the synthesis is we need to develop the net of ATMs to get the cash without going to the bank. So this is how I say it. But we are here like regular people, not philosophers, not Germans. So right now we're in the middle of a lot of different trends. There is a trend of fast food or slow food. There is a trend of people who are technology dependent and people who are like nature lovers. So basically there are people who are more into be or to have. Where are we? I believe that we're somewhere in between. So during the week, we're trying to be healthy, to eat healthy. We're so eco, so bio. We're so cool. But when we drank too much during the Friday evening and we got hangover on the Saturday, we are ordering the pizza. So we're somewhere in between. We're very healthy, but during the weekend, we're not, basically. So we're somewhere in between of have and be, right? But we're here to talk a little bit more about the marketing, not us per se. So when we're looking at marketing from the marketer's perspective, I believe that there is a trend of marketing and trend of advertising. So marketing is communication created by a brand about the product, promoted by celebrities, but basically this is a kind of fairy tale that brands want to tell their customers. And the advertising is created by audience about the idea behind the product. So there's something more than basically the product. We want to promote some idea behind this product. So we are trying to find like some kind of natural approach, like like basically something authentic, right? So I believe that if you would like to approach our consumers, it's always the best to speak their language. So we need to be somewhere between of marketing and advertising, right? So we need to find some point between this fairy tale and this real story behind the product. And I believe we're all somewhere in between of those two. And basically, I believe that influencers are some kind of telling us the idea behind the product, but they're also promoting a real product. So they're celebrities for their communities, right? We're following the very specific people because of very specific reasons. For example, I'm a ski lover, so at Instagram, I'm following a lot of ski guys. Let's call it like that. So from my perspective, those ski guys are super celebrities, but they got like a couple thousand followers, so they're not real celebrities, right? So why do we use influencer marketing? To answer this question, we need to make like one huge step back and look at this very cool timeline. So from the decades, we're using celebrities and endorsement. And this is pretty obvious, right? Right? You can do like this or no? Yeah? No? Okay. So right now I prepared, I found a very cool commercial made by Pepsi. Probably you've seen it in the TV. but I consider it as very proper commercial to this presentation. I don't believe it's very good in general.
This is the Pepsi that your father drank. And his father drank before he met your grandmother. This is the first Pepsi on the moon.
What?
No.
Okay, fine. This might be the first Pepsi on Mars. This is the Pepsi for this model. And his mom. Hi, Cindy. Show him how it's done. This is the Pepsi that was right for Ray. Uh-huh. And your Uncle Drew, who is...
Still breaking ankles.
This is the Pepsi that's back from the future. And back for one last ride. Boom. This is the Pepsi that Britney once popped. And this one is for the king of pop. This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
So I like this commercial because I can drink beer during watching the video, and no one cares about that. So, but at the end of this commercial, we can hear that this is a Pepsi for each generation, and they use a lot of celebrities to promote this Pepsi during decades, right? So the question is, who's gonna be the next celebrity that will promote the Pepsi? Next celebrity? Okay, that was repeat, but okay. Next celebrity, or maybe digital influencers. Maybe celebrities for the people who are following very specific people. So this is the end of the commercial. So let's get back directly to the influencers. Behind me, you can see the pyramid of influencers. So we divided influencers in 5 tiers. At the top are celebrities. So they are celebrities, and they got Instagram accounts, for example, and they get a lot of followers just because they're celebrities. And that's basically it. The second tier are digital stars. So probably the guys who are playing Fortnite right now, or used to play Minecraft when they were 12 years old. And right now they got millions of followers on the Instagram accounts. So right now they're celebrities, but because of the social media channels. But my favorite types of the influencers are tier 3, 4, and 5. Why? Because the cooperation with them are much easier, much cheaper, and what is more, their reach, real reach, not the amount of the followers, but real reach is much higher. So for example, if I get 1 million followers, my real reach is between 20 and 30%. So I'm gonna publish a post, and between 200 up to 300,000 people will see this post, including all of the commercials. But we're paying for 1 million, right? And if we will use 1,000 people with 1,000 followers, the real reach of this kind of communication will be at the 90, maybe more percent accuracy. So probably more than 900,000 people will see the posts. So I believe if we want to reach our audience very properly, we should combine those two approaches. So we may use celebrities to create some kind of exclusiveness and some kind of exclusiveness. This is basically it. But if we would like to create a real buzz around the product or service, we need to use those micro-influencers. Let's go farther. Let's take a look at some statistics. So I'm probably born and raised in Warsaw, so I'm from Poland, so those are Polish statistics, of course. But the tendency is pretty much the same on each market. So if I got less than 1K followers, I'm gonna have really high engagement rate. Engagement rate is likes and comments divided by the amount of the followers, right? And above 1 million, the engagement rate is going low. Why? Any guesses? Okay, you're so active. So, so there are 2 major reasons. The first one is an algorithm of Instagram called Family and Friends. Maybe you wonder about this algorithm. You may ask me after the presentation. And the second one is attitude of the influencers. So fewer the followers, high engagement rate. This is like basically ground rule. Let's go farther, right? We create a survey on our influencers. 2,200 influencers participated in the survey, and we asked them a bunch of questions, and we found out that they treat influencery as a real profession, right? So, yeah, but that's true. So they're very into what they're doing, and they're doing this with a passion. What is more, they're micro-influencers, so it's very unlikely to cooperate with Sephora without any, I don't know, like, I will tell this different way. So Sephora get no time to find people with 1,000 followers. So they're basically trying to find other solutions, but if I got 1,000 followers, I would be love to work with Sephora, right? If I would be a girl, probably. But they're treating this as a real profession. So this is cool because they work really hard to make best possible content and to gather as many likes as possible. So I like that a lot. So I prepared a game. So we're gonna play a short game, hopefully. The game is called Influencer or a Brand. So we got two pictures. One picture is created by a brand, and second one is created by an influencer. And the question is, which one is created by an influencer? So you may raise, I don't know, like a right hand if you, okay, let's do it like that. Who thinks that this picture is made by the influencer? 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 4.5, okay. And this is made by an influencer. 1, 2, okay. Oh, this is pretty cool. This is the first time that the audience didn't guess, because now. So apparently the first one is created by an influencer called Andy60. So this is his name probably. But what is the most important about those pictures is that the picture looks pretty similar, right? The concept of the picture is pretty similar, but the engagement rate is totally different. Yeah, so this is how it works basically. But this is not the end of the game. You get the second shot, guys. Okay, who thinks this is created by an influencer? Okay, and who thinks this is created by an influencer? No, one person, two, okay. So yeah, the first one is created by an influencer. And again, the engagement rate is higher. So and the picture is about the same product, right? So something to the nails, I don't know the company. But basically the engagement rate is higher. So this is the second example that we can prove that influencers created much engaging content, and it doesn't matter if the picture if a brand will create a picture which looks pretty similar to the influencer's picture. Okay, third try, my favorite one. So who thinks this one is created by an influencer? Okay, okay, nice. And who thinks this one is created by an influencer? Okay, we may say almost 50-50. That's pretty cool, right? Right? No? Okay, so yeah, the first one is created by an influencer. And again, engagement rate is much, much higher. I get like cool tip or maybe info. So if anyone's here got a branded Instagram account, like brand Instagram account, anyone? Okay, 1, 2, a couple of people. So if you got brand account, like around some company, and you got engagement rate higher than 1%, you're very lucky and very good in what you're doing. So congrats. Usually, statistically, 1% is a top outcome of what brands can do. So what is the business challenge here? Because we're talking about the influencers, but what is the business challenge? Why we do want to use them? So we believe that the social media platforms will become a new marketplace. So we will be able to add our card number to the Instagram account and buy products very easily, like 2 clicks and I got those shoes, 2 clicks and I got this, whatever I want, right? So what is more, we're spending more time at the Instagram accounts, at Instagram at all, at Facebook. So it means that we're spending less time on brand pages, like landing pages, right? So probably brands will be very interested to create some shoppable posts. So what they're doing right now is they are creating native posts with influencers. They're taking those creations, they're putting on their brand accounts, they're marking the influencers, so there's a human touch on this picture, so the engagement rate is getting higher, and then they're creating a shoppable post to raise the sales. Pretty good idea, right? So they're doing it right now, even in this moment. So the solution, how to do it, is very simple, really very simple. In the hash, so our platform. So that was unexpected, right? So basically we are a startup, and we created a platform that connects brands with digital influencers. So we are allowing brands to contact with those people, with those micro-influencers who get 1,000 followers. But we are enabling them to contact like 1,000 of those people. So they may use this reach, this real reach, use this engagement to raise their sales, or not. It's not to be necessarily sales. It may be also awareness or some just communicate to raise the communication. So this is pretty cool. So what we believe in, what is behind the product, is that we believe that this fairy tale need to be supported with some kind of native, authentic communication. And those influencers will participate in the campaign only if they will believe in the product. If the money cannot be only motivator, they need to believe in the product. So if they're doing this with a open heart, the communication will be authentic. So this is pretty cool. We are cooperating with none of these platforms, to be honest. So this slide is pretty shitty right now. But we cooperate with people. But what does it mean? That we are able to... Na zdrowie? Yeah. So we are able to create any type of the content that the clients are into. So it doesn't matter if we would like to create Instagram posts, Facebook posts, Snapchat, Twitter, boomerangs, whatever. Whatever is enabled on the platform, the influencer can do this. So basically, we're not cooperating with the platforms. How does the platform work? Is there any influencer in the room? Oh yeah, yeah sure, thanks. So basically, how it works, we're creating a campaign in the brand panel. The very specific people will see the campaign on their smartphones, so they receive a notification, hey buddy, there's super cool Nike campaign, maybe you would like to join. The influencers are saying, yeah, totally, I want to get those shoes, right? So they're submitting photos through the app, and the brand can see the submitted photos in the brand panel. They can accept, reject, revise the pictures. This is pretty cool. The accepted content is going online. And reach thousands of consumers, very, very good consumers that probably will buy those shoes. So right now we are open on 80 markets. So right now we are in Czech Republic, so we're available here as well if anyone would be interested. And this is how it looks like basically. So on the left side we can see dashboard. I call it a brand panel for the brands. So they can see all of the pictures, all of the submissions. They can see statistics during the campaign. And on the right side, we get application, mobile app for the influencers, and they can see all available and upcoming campaigns. So this is also very, very handy. What is more, they can see their payment at the bottom of the app. So each post they will post, they will publish, is rewarded with money and satisfaction, of course, right? So, of course, everyone can moderate the posts, so there's no chance to publish something that would some kind hurt the brand, right? So this is also very fine with the brands. And of course, we can choose very specific influencers. If we don't want to invite all of them, but only the specific group, we may invite only the people that we would like to involve in our campaign. And right now, we developed, like last week, exactly, last week, we developed a new product called In the Hash Deal, and it's dedicated only for e-commerce. So you can choose influencers from a specific segment and ask them to create a posts in exchange of discounts. And you're not paying the influencers, you're just giving them discounts, and they're very into this option. So basically, we may give influencer what kind of discount we would like to, and they're just creating a post without any questions. They can share this discount posts. So basically, this is what will rise the sale of the companies with using, of course, influencer marketing. Oh, I forgot about this slide. So this is how it works. So you can check this out. So yeah, this is of course real case with glove. I don't know what is this stuff, but I believe it's something to clean your face. I don't know, you use it after sport or something like this. So this is basically it. And at the end of my presentation, I would like to share with you one of the case studies that we conducted during the World Cup games that I really love. It was the Budweiser, but not yours Budweiser, but American Budweiser campaign. We cooperated with more than 200 influencers. We reached more than 4 million people. The campaign was active on 20 different markets all over the world. So we basically worked all day, all night, because that was 13 time zones. So what Budweiser did, they created a very cool hashtag, reaction challenge, and the objective of the campaign was to create some viral movement called reaction challenge. So they hired 2 celebrities from US and Brazil, very cool musician and very cool girl, but I don't know what she's doing. She's probably some kind of model, but we called her lifestyle influencer. What does it mean? I don't know. We may talk about it later. But I would like to show you what people sent to us in case of this reaction challenge. So for example, this is from France. It was 4-2, so it will be a lot of reactions here. Okay, enough. This is one of my favorite ones because it includes dog. Basically, that was a reaction. He's hugging the dog. Cute? No? Okay. Maybe only I am considering this as cute. But the content was really, really diversified. The guys from Spain. And maybe I will show you the last reaction challenge video. And the story behind this video, I love. So check this out. Go, amazing, right? So I received this video 2 minutes before the game. Like that was the first game of Peru, and I received this video before the game, so it's pretty much not real in this case. What is more, Peru lost 2-0. So at the end of the game, I was like on my knees, begging you, score some goals, then we publish it. But no, they didn't. So But I called the agency guy called Stefano. I love him. I mean, like bromance more than anything else. But I called Stefano. I told him, "Hey, buddy, we got a thing." So I received a video from Peru, the first video. So that's cool, right? And he said, "Yeah, that's cool." But they're cheering because of the goal, and they didn't score. And Stefano was like 100% silence. Okay, we need to adapt. Wait for another game, they will score, we're gonna publish it. And we did it. So we exactly did it. So sometimes we need to adapt, all right? Okay, that was the black side of influencer marketing, but it's not always so shiny, right? It's not, that's not the end of this case study, because what is very important to keep in mind that we should create a content that we may reuse again at some point. So what they did, each week they gather all of the content that created our influencers, and they created some kind of compilation, I would say, and they used to put those videos again on all of their social media channels to raise the engagement rate again, to make it more viral. So take a look at the compilation that they did from our materials.
México, ahí viene, ahí viene, ahí viene. Ahí va el gol, ahí va el gol, ahí va el gol. So this is the super dumb. This is when we're going to be watching the game.
So as you can see, part of the content was the really poor quality, part of the content was really cool, part of the content was a little bit fake, like there was some kind of scenario, but if we do it proper way, we can achieve something cool. Okay, I get another video. Is it too much or you want to see it? Okay, one guy is like, not enough. You want to see it? No? Yes? Please. Like, yeah, okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, girls. I was joking, it's insane. That was Danny Alves. So basically, the first one was the first reaction challenge, and the second was the best reaction challenge. And the last thing I would like to say about this case study was when we were starting the reaction challenge campaign at Instagram, there was 12 posts, hashtag reaction challenge. At the end, it was like quick math, like hundreds times more. So super cool campaign, recommended, and recommend whatever. That's pretty it. Thanks. Finish. Yeah. Na zdrowie.
Pokud byste měli nějaké otázky na Oleka, klidně i česky, já mu to řeknu, polsky, on vám to pak řekne anglicky.
the biggest challenges? Okay, thanks for the question. I believe that fake followers and fake reaction, like fake, all of the the fake followers is basically the biggest issue right now. So, for example, may I say short story? We got time for only one question, so maybe short story. So 2 years ago when we started, we had very cool campaign of Hop Cola. It's like competitor of Coca-Cola. I don't know, Hop Cola is not available here, right? So it's Polish company. It's competitors of Coca-Cola. So we conducted a really cool campaign. One girl posted really cool picture with the product, and the engagement rate was super high. Picture was good quality, and client rang us like after 2 days, and he was asking us what the hell happened, like why she's posting the posts in our campaign. This is absolutely inappropriate, and we were wondering what happened, because the picture was pretty cool, and we found out that the girl was a sex master. I don't know if anyone aware what is sex master. So a lot of her content was very I would say offensive, but from the other hand, very attractive as well. So the brand safety right now is extremely important, and this is one part of brand safety, and fake followers and all of fake reactions is also a big challenge. So we always need to be prepared that someone would like to cheat. But yeah, basically, this is it.